Essay 1, Structure. Does your essay display an introduction, a body, and a conclusion? An essay is like a person with a head, body, and feet. The head is the introduction. The body are the body paragraphs. And the feet is the conclusion. Take a look at this sample essay. The part in green is your introduction. The parts in blue and purple are the body of the essay. And the part in yellow is the conclusion. The introduction is also like a person. It has a head or a hook, and that's the topic sentence. The body are the narrowing sentences. And the feet is the thesis statement, the most important sentence in your essay. Take a look at this sample introduction. Reading is one of the first skills children learn in school. This is the topic sentence or hook of the essay, and yet it is perhaps the most important. This is a narrowing sentence. You could have 1, 2, or maybe even 3 narrowing sentences. Look at the sentence in red. Reading is beneficial to people because it is educational and relaxing. This is the thesis sentence. Again, the most important sentence of your essay. You need to ask yourself the question, are the thesis statement and restatement clear? Thesis statement has a topic plus an opinion about that topic plus some support. For example, reading is our topic. Beneficial is your opinion about reading. Educational and relaxing, those are support points. So this is your thesis statement. Reading is beneficial to people because it is educational and relaxing. Is this sentence parallel? And the answer to that question is yes. It is parallel because educational and relaxing are both adjectives. Thesis restatement. Where does that go in your essay? Let's take a look at the introduction. It starts with a head, a topic sentence, a body, narrowing sentences, the feet, the thesis statement. Then you have 2 body paragraphs. Paragraph 1 is on educational. Paragraph 2 is on relaxing. Finally, we have the conclusion. This is where your thesis restatement goes. It is the head of your conclusion or the first sentence of your conclusion. Then you have the body part of your conclusion, which could include 1 or more broadening sentences. And finally, the feet, that's your clincher or your final sentence of your essay. So how do you write a thesis restatement? Start with the thesis statement. Reading is beneficial to people because it is educational and relaxing. Here's the restatement. Because it is educational and relaxing, reading is a beneficial activity for everybody. So what we've done is change the structure of the sentence by putting the support points first and the main part of your sentence last. Body paragraphs, where do they go in your essay? Right in the middle. Topic sentences. Do the topic sentences of your body paragraphs match the thesis statement? Here's your thesis statement again. Reading is beneficial to people because it is educational and relaxing. Your first body paragraph should talk about educational. Your second body paragraph, the topic sentence, should talk about relaxing. Body paragraphs are also a lot like people. So the head is the topic sentence of your body paragraph. The body of your body paragraph is specific content, which could include quotes, reasons, examples, or facts. The final sentence of your body paragraph is the concluding sentence. Sometimes you don't have a concluding sentence for your body paragraph. It really just depends on the context. Take a look at body paragraph number 1. Notice it starts with an indent. That's the space beginning your paragraph. The first sentence is your topic sentence. Reading is very educational. The second sentence is your subpoint or your supporting point. For example, math. That's example number 1. A better example is probably English. That's example number 2. So our main support for this body paragraph are examples. And finally, you end with a concluding sentence. Are sources properly cited? For one thing, you need to use quotation marks whenever you quote from a book or the internet. To be or not to be, that is the question. You didn't come up with that sentence. It came from somewhere else. We need to know where it comes from. Introduce quotes. Hamlet, he's the guy who said it. Hamlet says to be or not to be. That is the question. And even better, put the name of the book in which it comes from and the actual author, who in this case is Shakespeare, and the name of the book was Hamlet. In Shakespeare's Hamlet, the protagonist makes the profound statement, to be or not to be, that is the question. To end off your essay, you should have a works cited or bibliography page. It needs to be in alphabetical order. It needs to use proper formatting. In this case, MLA is the formatting that we use. Watch your indents and punctuation. You need to follow the rules exactly. Any variation costs you marks. Do not number your sources in your bibliography. They need to be in alphabetical order. Here's an example of the first page of your essay and the first 2 sentences. Notice we've got the name, that's your name, John Doe. Then your teacher's name, in this case, it's David Wright. And then the course, perhaps it might be English 101. And here is the due date. Maybe it was due yesterday. That's not a good thing. Make sure you get it in on time or early. Then you need a title for your essay. This is a very bad title. Don't use words like good, but you could use a word like educational or beneficial. Lots of good words out there, but good is a bad word. So there's your title, Reading is Good. Then we started with a quote. That would be your hook in your essay, using quotation marks. Reading is very educational. And then we have something in parenthesis, Archer 14. What in the world is that? Okay, we're going to show you what that means. So remember the name Archer. And now you have a narrowing sentence. No matter what subject a student may choose to study, reading is invariably involved. And then the essay will continue after that. But let's take a look at your bibliography page or your works cited. Works cited. Archer. Do you see? The very first word was Archer. That is because that is the last name of the author of this book and where you got the quote from. So Archer, comma, John, period. Reading is good, colon, how reading is good, period. Penguin Press, comma, 2023, period. So that's the proper format in MLA for doing a bibliography for a book, just an ordinary book from like the library. Notice this next one. This is not a book. This is Biggles Mary. So somewhere else in the essay, I would have quoted from her. And this is actually an article. So that's why it's in quotation marks, not in italics. An article in a collection. That's the name of the article. And then I have the name of the actual book, which is a book of articles. And then it's edited by Jane Doe, Big Books. Now notice Jane Doe is the editor. Mary's Biggles is the author of that one article. Now notice this one also has the year like the book did, but it also has page numbers because when you have an article, you also need to indicate the page numbers. For a book, the page number is indicated. Can I go backwards? Yes, the page number is indicated right here, right inside your parenthesis. But for an article, we put the page numbers where the actual article is found, right there. Okay, now presumably you'll have more than 2 books, and depending on what kind of source you have, the formatting is different. So you'll need to Google the formatting for MLA for whatever source you have, whether it's the internet, whether it's an encyclopedia, whether it's a movie, whatever source you have, there is a proper format for putting it in the works cited. So let's review what we've learned about the structure of an essay. First, does the essay display an introduction, a body, and a conclusion? If it does not, it is not an essay. Number two, are the thesis statement and restatement clear? In other words, do they have a topic, an opinion about that topic, and some support for it? And are the supporting elements parallel? Are they using the same grammatic structure? Number three, do the topic sentences match the thesis? I will check this when I mark your essay, so make sure they match. Finally, four, are sources appropriate and properly cited? Do you use quotes, and do you have a bibliography or a works cited list? Does anyone need to use the bathroom?